Worrying or trusting, a story for the chosen ones. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, worrying about problems that haven't even happened? Maybe you've played out countless worst-case scenarios in your mind, imagining outcomes that fill you with fear. Worrying is something we've all done, but for some, it becomes a habit that steals their peace and joy. In this video, we'll explore the story of Samuel, a man blessed with a good life, yet consumed by fear of the unknown. Despite being one of God's chosen ones, Samuel let his worrying overshadow the blessings in his life. His story is a powerful reminder of the choice we all face, to trust in God or to let fear take control. Through Samuel's journey, you'll discover how to break free from the chains of worry and embrace the faith and gratitude that God calls his chosen ones to live by. This lesson could change your life. Samuel was a man many would envy. He owned a thriving farm that yielded abundant crops every year. His home was filled with laughter from his 2 children, and his wife was a constant source of love and support. Blessed with good health, loyal workers, and fertile land, Samuel seemed to have it all. Yet Samuel carried a heavy burden, worry. Despite his blessings, his mind was constantly plagued with what-ifs. What if the rains don't come this year? What if pests destroy my crops? What if I fall ill and can no longer provide for my family? These thoughts consumed his days and robbed him of sleep at night. Instead of enjoying his blessings, Samuel's mind was trapped in a cycle of fear. Over time, his constant worrying began to affect his relationships and his work. Desperation grew within him. He knew he needed help but didn't know where to turn. One day, Samuel heard news of a traveling teacher named Ezra, known far and wide for his wisdom and compassion. People said Ezra had a way of unraveling life's toughest problems with simple yet profound truths. Desperate for answers, Samuel decided to seek him out. When Samuel met Ezra, he poured out his heart. "Teacher, my life is filled with blessings, yet I cannot stop worrying. I fear the crops will fail, my health will falter, and my family will suffer. These thoughts haunt me every day. I know it's wrong, but I cannot break free. Please show me a way to escape this endless worrying." Ezra listened intently, his eyes calm and understanding. Finally, he said, "Return tomorrow morning, and I will show you the answer." Samuel left with a glimmer of hope, eager for the teacher's wisdom. The next day, Samuel arrived early and found Ezra sitting cross-legged on the ground, staring intently at a small bowl of water. Ezra's face was contorted with anxiety, his hands twitching as he spoke. "This water troubles me," Ezra said. "What if it spills? What if it evaporates before I can drink it? What if someone comes and takes it away from me?" Samuel was taken aback. The teacher who was supposed to help him looked more worried than he had ever been. But as he watched, he couldn't help but laugh. "Teacher, it's just water. If it spills, you can refill it. If it evaporates, you can replace it. Why waste time worrying about things that haven't even happened?" Ezra smiled knowingly. "Ah, Samuel, you see how pointless my worries are. But don't you do the same with your own life? Let us talk." In that moment, Samuel realized he was staring into a mirror of his own thoughts. Ezra leaned forward, his voice calm but full of conviction. "Samuel, you see how worrying about this bowl of water is pointless. It has not spilled, it has not evaporated, and no one has taken it. Yet I consumed myself with fear of what might happen." Samuel nodded, the teacher's words echoing in his heart. Ezra continued, "You do the same with your life. You fear that your crops will fail, but hasn't God blessed you with abundant harvests every year? You worry about falling ill, but aren't you strong and healthy today? You let worry steal your joy, forgetting that your life is in the hands of the one who provides for you." Ezra paused, letting the truth sink in. As one of God's chosen ones, you are called to trust him completely. Worrying is a sign that you are trying to carry burdens that were never yours to bear. Instead, replace your worry with gratitude. When you give thanks for what you have, you make room for God to bless you even more. He quoted from Scripture, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." 1 Peter 5:7. Samuel felt a stirring in his soul. Ezra's words cut through his fears, revealing the simple truth he had overlooked. Ezra continued, "Each day begin by thanking God for your blessings, your family, your farm, your health. Trust that he will provide for your future just as he has provided for your present. Remember, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Matthew 6:34. Ezra smiled. Samuel, you can live in fear or you can live in faith. The choice is yours. As one of God's chosen ones, you know which path you were meant to take. Samuel felt his heart lighten. For the first time, he truly understood the power of trust and gratitude. Samuel returned home that day a changed man. Ezra's words played over and over in his mind. You can live in fear or you can live in faith. He realized that he had been allowing fear to control his thoughts and steal the joy from his life. It was time to choose faith and gratitude instead. The next morning, Samuel began his day differently. Before stepping into the fields, he knelt by his bedside and thanked God for the blessings in his life. His healthy children, the love of his wife, the abundance of his farm, and his own strength to provide for his family. As he worked, whenever a worrisome thought crept in, he reminded himself of Ezra's teaching. Worrying doesn't change tomorrow, but it does ruin today. Over time, Samuel's transformation became evident to those around him. His joy and peace were contagious. He laughed more with his children, spoke kindly to his workers, and celebrated the small victories of each day. His gratitude deepened his faith, and his faith strengthened his trust in God's plan. Reflecting on his journey, Samuel often thought of Ezra's words. As one of God's chosen ones, you are called to trust him completely. From then on, he lived not in fear of what might happen, but in faith for what was yet to come. Samuel's story is a reminder for all of us. How often do we, like Samuel, let worry overshadow the blessings in our lives? Worrying doesn't change the future. It only robs us of the joy and peace God intends for us today. As one of God's chosen ones, you are called to live in faith, not fear, and to trust in his divine plan. When you find yourself consumed by worry, pause and reflect. Am I trusting in God or letting fear take control? Replace those anxious thoughts with gratitude for the blessings you already have. Start each day by thanking God for what he has provided and trust that he will continue to meet your needs. If Samuel's journey resonated with you, take a moment to share this story with others who might need this encouragement. Let's spread the message of faith and gratitude because the world needs it now more than ever. And remember, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Matthew 34. Start living today with faith, gratitude, and trust in the one who cares for you.